Hi Kiwi! Alright, we're going to be running another round of Hades 2. We're going to be on a 1-fear run where we have 20% more foes. We're going to be testing out the new weapon that we just unlocked.
Farewell, Commander.
And hopefully we have something fun happen. Okay, we're starting with a hammer right away, which is exciting. Let's see what we get. Special is 45 power and you take 30% less damage while doing it. That sounds amazing. 50% more armor. Or destroys 50% armor, or your specials are 35% faster. I think we'll take the just flat damage up, because that sounds incredibly strong. Okay, well, that could have gone better. Anyway, so the reason why I'm doing a run rather than continuing grinding out the surface is because I ended up looking it up, and it turns out Thalamus is not found on the surface. It is found in Chaos's rooms after you have experienced the surface for the first time. So we're going to be on a hunt for Chaos. Which isn't hard. All I have to do is go to a shelter and find a cat. I know, lame joke, but you know it's true. I mean, that's what cats are. They are just chaos given form in a very cute, often fluffy form. But I think we're good. So far, this weapon feels fairly strong starting out. It does emphasize the importance of good positioning, though, because I need to plan where I'm going to pick up my skulls, and I can use my dash to get them. But it does look like we'll probably be running a special-based build, given the strength... given the hammer we just got, which begs the question, do I go for Hephaestus, who can give me a really heavy-hitting special attack, or do I go for Demeter, who applies freeze? We really haven't done much at all with Demeter, honestly. But I think I'm going to go Hephaestus, honestly. He has some pretty good defensive boons that will be beneficial to me when I'm using a build that benefits from close range attacks. Although really, it's got so much AoE. This weapon feels pretty strong, all things considered. Yeah, like I'm clearing these rooms extremely fast. But I don't think I've given you a nectar yet, Hephaestus. Go ahead and take this.
Lord Hephaestus, your services must be in very high demand. I'm grateful, and doubtless so are the Nocturnal Arms.
I don't work for tips, though ours ain't an ordinary arrangement, and ain't often lately I get new regular clients. So here, call it a trade.
We get the
I'm in your debt for this, Hephaestus, sir.
Adamant Shard. Okay. Let's see what we get.
Rack me brain about those fancy silver weapons of yours. Trying to sort out who exactly could have made such things, or when. They're the Nocturnal Arms, ain't they? Meant only as a last resort, but here we are, I reckon.
Alright, let's see. Specials occasionally deal 400 damage in an AoE. After you sprint for 1 second, use 10 magic to create a blast that deals damage to nearby foes. Take 10% less damage and restore mana when you take damage. I'm still not a fan of anything that gives me damage, so we'll go with the special. Well, I mean, I'm not going to complain about that, but I'm also going to complain about that because, again, I don't want to take damage to regain mana. Well, I guess what that means for us ultimately is that, in theory, we'll have a way of getting a higher rarity mana regen boon. And it'll be useful in the early game because I'm not going to take a lot of damage from these enemies, so... yeah. Maybe what I do is I focus on getting damage on my attack, but then have the special be this huge burst option for me afterwards, because it does seem how it plays anyway. Alright, we're gonna get some Ash. I appreciate that Phrynos is just hopping about. He seems a teensy bit aimless, but I'm sure... I mean, Phrynos can do nothing wrong, honestly. He's a good boy. Or girl, I don't actually know what Phrynos' gender is. I mean, frogs do have genders. But not my business to decide. I'm sure they'll give pronouns eventually to it.
I see you.
Alright. Looks like we're getting either Demeter or Hestia. Let's go Demeter. Let's go Demeter. We haven't done much with her at all in this game.
A root stalker.
Poor thing is not going to stand much of a chance at all against us. We just have so much darn damage already. Oop, let's not get hit by that. Alright, so far no damage on this. Interesting, it looks like I can throw the skulls while dashing. If what just happened is to be believed. I appreciate that the sprint is overall faster. It was very hard to outrun that attack in the past. Yeah, I think I've gotten the strategy on this weapon down already pretty reasonably well.
We've been locked in conflict with Kronos for so long that we've begun to doubt that anything can meaningfully change. I wonder, Flower, can you truly rid us of this blight?
I think we can in a couple months when the game is fully released. Alright. Cast repeatedly deal damage in area and inflict freeze. Cast also create a cyclone at the binding circle. Your attacks deal more damage and inflict freeze. It's a pretty low attack modifier. And again, I don't find freeze terribly reliable because it only lasts 2 seconds is a lot. I will say that, and but it can only be replied every 10 seconds. I think I'm gonna go with either the cast or the Gale Force. Let's do this because it'll scale with other casts in theory. So we're not going to benefit from that immediately, but down the road that'll make our whatever cast we do get much stronger.
Solitude.
All right, take that.
I draw you down, O moon. Lend me your light.
I know through your headmistress of your vision in which Kronos found and captured the three fates. This must have been a key component of his plan, but it does not change ours. The Silver Sisters never cede control. Behold.
All right. Enemies move 50-80% slower. Hex launches a seeking projectile. Your Hex turns you impervious. Well, we've seen how strong that is. We're going to go for that. We'll go with that again. And then I need the Nectar, so I'll go for that. Yeah, this weapon actually feels pretty darn solid, honestly, in terms of both DPS and playstyle. It seems to mesh pretty well, because I like a good mix of
Count right now.
close range and melee range, ranged and melee range attacks that I can balance between based on my playstyle. Right now, the main issue I see I'm going to have is just reliably getting mana regen without taking damage, because I really don't want to have to take damage unless I have no choice. And generally speaking, I have a choice. It's mostly just I mess up. I haven't really been using my cast much here, have I? Alright, one Nectar. What have we got next? Ash or Grasp? Let's keep going for Grasp, because we really need to farm that up pretty badly. Although I guess we need Ash to unlock the new cards, too. So maybe I have room to unlock some new cards. Maybe I go for the Ash first, and then next time I'll pick Ash over Grasp, I think, because I need it. The biggest weakness of this weapon is simply that you cannot use the attack more than 3 times before you have to pick up your skull, so it very much requires you to balance your shots and maybe plan a little bit in advance, which can be difficult. It does predispose you to damage when you're going into melee range to use your special as well, so I have to be mindful of that. Alright, shop or... no, let's go for Arachne.
Sick and low. Why, hello there.
Hello.
No, what is that? An amphibian. Do get it out of here, my friend. Please help me get it out.
I'm looking forward to all the different reactions to having Phrynos around.
Steady yourself, Arachne. This is Phrynos. Phrynos is a friend. A familiar friend of mine, in fact. He means you no harm at all. Your stash of flies, however, that we may need to safeguard.
Oh, that is a relief. Well then, Phrynos, if indeed you are a friend, then you are welcome here. And if you'd like a bite to eat, then you are more than welcome to that too.
Just don't need Arachne, please, Phrynos. Alright. Channel 40% faster, cast deal 100 damage, get a Fate Fabric. We haven't really established any need for the Fate Fabric yet, but I mean, a 60 armor shield is amazing. We're going to take that. I like the color on this one. It's kind of like black with blue highlights. Looks awesome. Jeff approves. Alright, let's take the Hermes boon. I forgot to pick up the Fate Fabric. They shouldn't have allowed me out of the room until I picked up the Fate Fabric. Oh gosh, darn it.
So Grant somehow got hold of the three fates. That isn't good. good. Not sure what we can do about it, Em. At least now everybody on Olympus knows. I figured it was time. Got us a bit on edge, though we do hide it pretty well.
Omega Cast uses less mana. Each time you slay a foe, you deal more damage for the next 30 seconds. You find money in greater quantities and receive 100 now. I'm going to go ahead and just take this because I'm trying to fill out the prophecy list. Ideally, I would have taken this.
Time to send a message.
But I think this is fine. The damage increase won't help us much against bosses,
Ready?
typically.
You brought some company along. An unassuming choice. Your amphibious friend does not appear to have capacity to sway the outcome here.
I never trust appearances entirely, Headmistress, and no, neither do you. This must be an exciting night for Freenos.
Freenos is having a great time.
We are not here to entertain your woodland friends, Malinois. Pray they don't get underfoot.
Freenos is going to wreck face here, don't you worry.
Awaken.
I wonder if the skulls will automatically return to you if you don't pick them up after a certain point, because they remind me very much of the cast gems of Hades 1. I also need to remember that I don't have to use my Omega Special. I can just use my regular special attack, and it doesn't hit nearly as hard, but it is still an option. I am very much appreciating the increased sprint speed that came with the recent patches. Don't think I got hit there. Yeah, I didn't. Good. Alright, Freenos. Oh, look at you blocking attacks. Good boy. Girl. Frog. Good frog. Such a good frog. The funny thing about having Hephaestus's boon on my special is that I really don't need to do a heavy-hitting attack. I just need to land even the most basic form of it to trigger the explosion. But a 20-second cooldown is pretty rough, I have to say. Now, you know what? Let's transform. We don't have much damage on the Hex yet, unfortunately. Oh, look. I don't know how we hit her, but I do know that that's the boss now. This weapon definitely benefits from having the slowdown on cast. Oh, well. Wow, we got hit by that immediately. Unfortunate. Alright. I think we can dodge this alright. I'm saying alright a lot. And untransform now. No, okay, close enough. I'll ask you on your Katask. What am I even saying, Kiwi? I do appreciate that the skulls blow up in an AoE, because they're a little bit hard to aim, I imagine, when you're in the thick of things. And now that we've used this as a proof of concept against a boss, I can see that there are some limitations to its effectiveness, but it still does pretty solid damage. I'm going to use this to get away rather than dash in so I don't take any damage there. Now I can charge this up safely. Grab my skulls at the same time. Hephaestus is still doing big chunks, but the fact that it's a 20-second cooldown, Hephaestus's attack boons really don't feel incredible to use. They feel, I bet they'd feel better at higher rarities where that cooldown is substantially lower, but we don't have a way of making that happen right now. I do think there is actually a boon I could take that has a chance of oh right, there's a keepsake that will upgrade one random common boon to a higher rarity. Maybe I'll switch out to that on the next floor. But alright, Freenos' first victory against Mama Hecate.
You have grown physically quite strong. Spiritually, more is to be done. The altar of ashes. There is an incantation that may make your nightly meditations at it better spent.
You have my
Consecration of ashes.
You have my attention. I wonder if it increases the number of ashes we find on dungeon runs, or on runs. That would be pretty cool. Still no sign of chaos, which is unideal. I would very much enjoy a chaos gate, sooner than later. Since that's really what we set out to find.
Greetings.
Hi,
The
Kronos.
frosty goddess Demeter is urging you along this eve. Alas, there are no seasons in the underworld.
It feels like there are between the different locations. Asphodel is a very hot summer after all. Now I wonder... Alright, I have to use the fountain first, darn. Oh wait, no I don't. Okay, perfect. So what I want to do is... Pardon me. Fountains restore 20% more HP and makes one random common boon of yours rare. So if I take this and now heal from the fountain... it made... Really, of all the boons it gave me, it was this one that got rarefied. Well, I mean, another 0.5% damage per enemy slain is pretty solid. I will give it that, but unlucky. We haven't bought this yet, so I'll go ahead and buy this, I think. Alright.
An even trade.
Yeah, I'm trying to gradually check off the list if I can. Alright, Chaos, please give us something soon.
That's cold.
Apparently these things aren't very good at destroying... apparently the skulls aren't terribly great at destroying pots, but that's what our special is for, after all. And skadoosh. Alright. At least we're getting some seeds as we travel. I took the spade because I know I'll be needing to dig up seeds anyway, because the way you get Thalamus isn't just specifically from the Hades Chaos Gate, it's from growing plants from seeds obtained there. So we'll have at least 2 runs before we can unlock the incantation that lets us traverse the surface. And that's assuming I get the 2 seeds I need, which is anyone's bet at this point whether that'll happen or not. I should test and see, does the... Oh, you know what? I never tested out what the Omega attack is. Okay, oh right, I remember it's a lob. It looks really cool. I bet that would be really strong if we got it with the right boon. Using it close range with a Hestia or not Hestia, Aphrodite, for example. I saw a little ring spawning around the skulls, which confirms my theory that... At least I believe it's confirmed my theory that the skulls will automatically return to me after a certain period of time. Alright. Pomegranate of Power or HP up. I have a feeling like if given the choice, I'm going to try and switch out my Hephaestus boon for something else. It's not really paying off the way I had hoped it would. So, for now, I'm going to take the HP, because I think that'll benefit me more in the long run. That's awkward. That was unfortunately did not pass through the terrain the way I had planned they would. The nice thing, the thing I very much appreciate about the special attack on this is that you can pretty reliably use it as a dodge as well as anything else, as well as an attack. Alright, let's take care of this guy first, because you're a problem. Nope, those bounce off walls, good to know. I don't enjoy these seahorse enemies. They're very obnoxious in terms of reliably getting hit. They just run away a lot. But it's fine. We got him now. I'll just use the AoE on this. Alright. Some more HP, and then either magic or coin. Since I have a pretty good mana regen, because I'm going to get hit no matter what I do. And I've got a reasonable mana pool. I can use my special 5 times, so I think I'm going to take the money. Hope for a good boon in the shop coming up. Just pop that Hephaestus boon on these. I need to remember to use that more regularly, because it will almost one-shot a lot of enemies. I wonder if any of the, like, other aspects that we'll unlock eventually will have you start with more skulls, for example, because that'll feel really nice. Or maybe there's a Daedalus Hammer that does that. That feels like a pretty good boon for a Daedalus Hammer, so that's what I expect might happen. We will see, though. We will see. I really like the special on this, though. It's very fun. Just sliding across the room, doing a giant AoE in your wake. Feels pretty good to use. I don't know if this is my favorite weapon yet, but I'm enjoying it. I really am. And then we have to deal with this annoying fellow. At least we got one hit on him. blew up in the steam. Alright. This armor is holding out pretty darn long. Okay, another Demeter boon or a shop. I think we'll take the Demeter. I want to see what more of her boons do, because we really haven't played much at all with her. Uh-oh. Hey, a Chaos Gate. Excellent. Alright, just need to remember to drop my cast at all times. This does bring me melee range, so I have to see if that predisposes me to taking hits, because the biggest... I can already tell that I'm going to have a hard time against Kronos with this build, because he is not affected by the slowdown at all. Oh good, you spawned a friend. You spawned friends. Alright. It's fine though, I think we can still handle uh-oh just fine. Just bail out wherever there may be icky things. It does seem that the Hephaestus boon will hit everything that gets hit with my my travels, which is really awesome, because I almost got caught in that. I was kind of stuck on the edge there for a second. At least from the sounds of it, everyone who comes in contact with my Hephaestus boon while I'm traveling, or everyone who comes in contact with my special as I'm traveling, does get hit by the Hephaestus effect, which is pretty solid for damage, because otherwise it would be very hard to use it effectively for AoE. Oh, that rat's chasing me. Oh, I think it may have gotten finished off by the steam there.
Gods, what a monster.
Alrighty. Let's go. Yep, see, there we go. So there is a ring that circles around those and automatically brings them back after time. Alright, Demeter, what have you got for Jeff?
I accept this message.
Your cast deals bonus damage and follows you even as you start to channel it. When you enter a location primal barrier that absorbs 1 instance of damage, your sprint forms a cyclone. Why are these earth boons? Interesting. Alright, I think either one of these are really good. And only 10 magic for a complete blocked damage? That sounds pretty solid for me. But this one sounds fun. I want this one. I know I could play safe, but it's way more fun to play creative. And, oh gosh, the choice between Chaos versus Bones, obvious choice on this one. Alright, Chaos, please give me a Thalamus Seed.
When you returned to Shadow, I briefly sensed your presence in the infinite abyss. So I have seen that the servant of the three fates found you in that hidden place. He relayed to you a secret, did he not? Respond.
You mean Moros? His secret was about the surface, about how I can survive up there. I know this goes against the Fates' designs, but Olympus needs me. And to achieve my task, I need them.
I see. As you may know, I am uninterested in the Fates having undue influence. Perhaps you may find a catalyst here for this incantation, whether they like it or not.
Oh, okay, so this is the build-up to the Thalamus, I think.
This can grow into exactly what I need.
Origin Seeds, awesome. Alright, let's see. For the next 4 encounters, cannot earn money. Afterwards, boons are 57% chance to be rare or better. Take increased damage and then cast deal 46% more damage, or just gain a flat 40 magic but lose HP every time you use a special. I think we're really building into a cast build, so I think this is the choice here. This has the better chance since we're still fairly early in the run that it could give me really good boons, but I think, I mean, almost 50% increase on cast damage with a bunch of really strong cast effects already. Like, give me the Apollo boon or give me the Zeus boon, and we're going to be wrecking face. Combo that with Hestia's, make the boon... Well, actually, no, I got the one that... I don't think I can get the... Because it follows me, I don't think this will work. Oh, but the Cyclone stays where the cast is laid. That's unideal. Oh well, we said we were going to take Ashes here, so I'm going to go for Ashes. You know what? This cast boon may not have been the right choice, unfortunately, because I am playing kind of a ranged build, and now it forces me to go a little bit more melee. At the very least, the Cyclone is good. I think we're fine. Okay, well, we were fine. You know what? Here's what I do. I just combo it with the... I combo it with my impervious form, and then I'm fine. Okay. I think I can make that work. I just needed to figure out what makes sense.
We did it.
Unfortunately, I lost a whole lot of my armor doing that. Wow, 2 different things.
Calm that shade down, Freenos.
Freenos is helping?
See you in the crossroads.
Oh, Freenos, you're awesome. Look at you. You made friends with a ghostie and made them feel better about their death. I was going to say feel better about their life, and then I realized, wait a second. That doesn't make sense given the nature of what we're doing here.
Need shells.
Let's just pop this. Whole lot of damage there. Just keep on sliding through. I don't appreciate these seahorses. Like, all of the seahorse / hydra type enemies in this area tend to be the most annoying to deal with. They're not, strictly speaking, hard to deal with. They're just... they have something about them that makes them a little bit more annoying than the average archetype of enemy. Alright, we're gradually just whittling away the enemy's numbers. This should give us some good damage. We'll transform just for the free not getting hit. And we're already at like 12% increased damage, so this does speed things along pretty well too. I bet the Omega attack, if you build into it, would be really strong on this weapon. It feels like it does a lot of damage. Let me use it again and see. Yeah, 99. Okay, maybe not as much as I appreciate it as I thought, but still pretty good, all things considered. All right, only got hit once, not terrible.
My arcana.
Let's see what our other option to the shop is, but I'll probably take the shop here. Yeah, the fact that I'm not running a melee build means that this Demeter Moon that I took is unfortunately suboptimal, let's say. But we can make it work. Again, I think the strategy most likely will be either find a way to sell that boon or switch it out. HP or shop. Let's go shop. Let's see what boon we can get, because if I can roll for a Demeter, okay. What have we got here? Another plant seed. Take it. Alright.
Lord Charon, Moros returned. He's joined us at the crossroads. Now we've no fewer than 3 mighty sons of Nyx within our ranks. Granted, one's always fast asleep.
So it's Charon, Moros, and Hypnos that we have.
Forgive me, I must not have understood. Hypnos is of greater use this way.
Kind of accurate, given what we know about him in Hades 1.
Valuable enough.
How shameful that we now resort to common subterfuge. Having our correspondence smuggled to and fro by the erstwhile boatmen of the dead.
Alright, what have we got? Coarse Grit. If you have at least 6 Earth Boons, you cannot take more damage per hit than the limit, and that limit is 15. That sounds amazing, but we're really short on any sort of Earth Boon. I think I still take this because I don't think it's terrible. I mean, realistically speaking, me getting 4 more Earth Boons on this one run is fairly low. But if we get it, that's huge and will guarantee us a victory against Kronos, I'm inclined to say. I'm going to take the Palm of Power because we really don't have much in the way of strength. 2-second reduction on that, not amazing. None of these are outstanding. But at the very least, it slows enemies, so maybe I take this for the damage up. Yeah, I'll take this. I think we're kind of going all in on cast at this point. So I think what I'll do is at the next intersection, I'll get the Apollo trinket.
Oh, hey girls, guess who? It's the one that got away, that's who. Something you want to know about me, lady, is once I catch him, I never let him go.
But you let us go.
That comes as no surprise to me at all. Some sea creatures are famously clingy. Barnacles, clams.
I'm confused by the spelling of clams here. Is there more than one way to spell clams? Or is it a different kind of clam?
Clam! You take that back. I'll make you take that back.
She mad. Alright, in typical fashion, we're gonna just try and get rid of Roxy as fast as possible.
So much for silken armor.
Hey, that armor lasted a very long time. The fact that we got to Skilla with it, pretty awesome. Ah. I'm messing up my dodges. Yeah, what I can tell is that this build is definitely good against trash mobs and falls off a little bit against bosses. But I think that's also because I'm not used to using it against bosses, and I still think it has a pretty substantial potential if I use it correctly. Alright, let's go ahead and transform. And we cast this, and then just DPS Roxy until we can't any further. Alright, there we go. Alright, Roxy's taken out. I chose a weird angle on that because I really did not want to get hit by her slow traveling orb attack, which is kind of annoying to dodge, honestly. Oh, okay, Jetty got me. I was like, what hit me there? Alright.
Just like that. You'll need to stare, or
I appreciate that Coral Crown is pretty much just Skilla being very petty and insulting Melanie through most of the lyrics. Alright, I gotta bail out. I'll let my skulls come back to me. And I'll hold out on my Hex until I get the phase, because I'll probably need it to deal with phase 2. Alright. I'll drop my cast here and start. Actually, I'm going to start transforming because I was going to get hit by that otherwise. I think I'm getting better at the positioning using this weapon now. Yeah, I got hit by that. Now that I've kind of figured out how to reliably dodge the drummer, it's not nearly as bad as it used to be. You just have to remember to dodge opposite the direction the projectiles are traveling, otherwise you'll get hit by them all. Because they basically travel at the speed of your dash, and you'll be prone to getting hit by them. Whoop. Oh, let's get out of here. Alright, she's going to do her close range AoE, and then she'll do her large range AoE, so let's go ahead and charge this up. And I thought that would finish her off, but not quite. She's probably pretty close. I think that was her just there. Perfect. Alright, so Roxy's down. Now we just have to take out Jetty. And I think I'll transform here, because I may as well. And I'll use this chance to damage Skilla, honestly. Alright, that's Jetty. And then we just have the last phase to deal with. Or actually, I was mistaken. This song is in Coral Crown. This is obviously I am going to claw out your eyes and drown you to death. If you couldn't tell by the lyrics. But it literally is just her being very petty and angry at Melanoe for beating her. But I think we've got her. Especially since this attack does really good AoE. I think it kills all these things in one hit. But now I can transform and finish her off easy peasy. And another Coral Crown drowned. Although I guess it was... Some eyes were gouged out, some Skillas were drowned. I don't know. Peak commentary, Kiwi. You can only expect the best when I'm around. Alright, anything new here? Move 20% faster for 10 gold? Sure, why not? And then keepsake. So
change things up.
I do think... I don't know. The issue here is for Apollo's boon to really benefit me, or cast boon specifically, I need to be close range with the build I have right now. And I don't have enough duration on my transformation to reliably make good use of that. So the question is, do I still take it because it sounds like fun regardless? Or do I play safe and not? We know the answer to fun versus safe on this playthrough. I've gotten my wins already. Alright.
So,
agreed. Oh, hey, cool. This will potentially give us a chance to upgrade the duration of our hex, which is what we need for this sort of build anyway.
always use more.
Odd that they put all the important things that I'm looking for right in front of me. So let's go ahead and take this. Yeah, see, the other big benefit of our... Oh gosh. The other major benefit that we have to our cast normally is that it stops enemies in their track where it's laid. Oh, okay, so if I charge it up, if I don't charge it up, it stays on the ground. That's really important for me to know. Because, so as long as I don't try to charge an Omega cast, we're fine. Okay. That is extremely good to know, because I thought we were just kind of screwed otherwise. The only problem is that means the Omega cast that I want to use with Apollo still will follow me. Unless it'll bug after I use my Hex, like it has in the past. Alright, let's see. Hex lasts for 1 second more. I think no matter what, we need the increased Hex duration. 10% to Guardians. What do we have here? Your cast has the same effect as your Omega cast. Oh, Kiwi. Oh, Kiwi. Okay. We're going straight for that. I didn't even read what effects I got because I only know what effect matters. Assuming we can get a second Selene, I guess, is kind of an important factor that I chose to ignore for the most part. It's fine. We'll probably get it. That's a strong probably. Or maybe hopefully. Let's go ahead and transform so that we don't take too much damage here. Oh gosh, not you. Take out that ASAP and go dashing this way for safety. Yeah, you can definitely tell that my damage is a fair bit lacking on this build presently. No, okay, this guy needs to go. Hands down one of the most obnoxious enemies and types in the game. Because they alone don't do that much to you, but the stun they provide gives the other enemies a pretty reliable chance to hit you because it hits from so far away. It's unreal. But it's fine. We got this. I think. Where are you? There you are. Oh my goodness. I took a lot of damage in that room. All right, I just got I think the Chaos Boon just cleared, which means now I have a lot more damage on my cast. And why not even more damage on my cast?
Right.
All I need is one good Omega cast.
Vitality.
And again, I maintain that I think Apollo is going to be the choice here. Oh, would you look at that? Hephaestus, Apollo, and Coin? Heck yeah. This is the smallest room I've ever seen in the Crossroads, or the Fields of Mourning. Anyway, one ranked up Demeter is not enough to appeal to me. And also I have to keep in mind that the Hephaestus boon that I can potentially get will have we need Earth Boons. I kind of forgot about that in Fusion. Oh, and there's a Selene in here. That's kind of huge. Because we only needed one, and this is a minor Selene. Or Selene. Why do I keep calling her Selene? It's a minor Selene, which means it'll only give us probably 1 or maybe at most 2 points. But then, considering the fact that we only need 1 more point to get the casts in Omega form are just immediately Omega casts, this is huge. Also that. Yeah, but this is what we need first. I appreciate that the game's like, oh, you wanted to run a special build or a cast build? Here, let's help that.
This doesn't belong here.
Alright. It's a little sketchy, but I think if we just kite appropriately, we should be fine. It's hard to kite when there are this many pustules on the ground, though. Alright, I'm transforming for free, for safety reasons. Alright, that popped a whole lot of things. We're fine. And this should finish them off. Nope. Well, it finished one off, at least. The teensiest little punch. Like, they have pustuled off this whole area. Let's see if I can dash through here. Okay. At least their pustules despawn after a little bit. Okay. Can we get the Hephaestus safely? We can. Okay, perfect. We got a Hephaestus. And he only gave us fire elements. Unfortunate. Your attacks occasionally create a blast. No. After you sprint for 1 second, use... no. Your blast from Hephaestus also inflict Vent, a curse that after 5 seconds causes them to get another burst of damage for 300. Alright, we'll take that.
Forge of the heavens.
We have a lot of curses, and unfortunately, I do not have the mirror boon that grants me increased damage to enemies afflicted by at least 2 curses. That would have made this run extra strong, but honestly, that's a boon that's an Arcana card that I should probably have equipped at all times at this point, because it's just so darn strong. A flat 20% damage increase that's reasonably reliable in pulling off. Shouldn't be understated. I'm going to go ahead and transform here and go ahead and cast this. You're over there. We'll go ahead and drop that on you. Yeah, I appreciate that I can do a very quick tap just to get a guaranteed fast Hephaestus pop on enemies. Did that take him out? It did not. You're running away. That's my strategy. Stop it. Okay, and then the Apollo boon is down this way, so let's go ahead and grab that. This should hit most people with Hephaestus. Or, well, it didn't, but it hit some, which is good enough. Deliberately choosing to kind of misangle these just for the sake of making sure that I don't get hit by their attacks. Almost got enough. To do this, I should be able to almost be able to use my transformation, and that's what I'm planning on. So now I can just come in and be impervious and still kill all these guys off.
And now my claim.
Alright, Apollo, please give us something.
See, Sunshine? Hope can work wonders when he's part of a good plan. For when you bear the purest hope I gave to you, I won't be far behind. And the warm fuzzy feeling's not bad.
Alright. Specials deal more damage in a larger area. After you take damage, your foes take damage and inflict daze. Your casts expand in size until they expire. So we still didn't get an Omega cast, but I'm going to keep hoping that we get one God boon that gives us a cast that we can then benefit from. Alright. The only thing I missed is over here with a pretty sizable amount of enemies. Oh, you leave me alone, good sir. I am not interested in what you're selling. Oh. Somehow I didn't notice all of those things just chasing after me like that. It's fine. Alright. Lots of damage on them. Got some of these back so I can shoot again, and this should finish them all off. I'm just gonna take this and run, because there's... I mean, do you guys drop coin? Let's see if I get coin for this, because I need to establish a precedent of, is it worth to actually fight these? Well, the damage I took just made them not worth it, and they didn't drop any coins, so now I can confidently confirm that was not worth it. Are you... You are.
Frenos, do your thing. There.
I appreciate that Frenos is friend to all the ghosties. Okay, I could take another Apollo boon and hope that I get what I'm looking for, or I could go for Echo. And I have to remember that the boss in here is a nightmare to deal with, usually.
I'm going. Step aside.
You said it, Melanoe. Okay, never mind. This is the easy boss.
What a live one.
We got lucky. I can deal with this. This is not... This one... Oh, well, I just ran through a field of lightning. And somehow didn't expect to take much damage. I don't know what I was thinking there. It's fine. But the chances of us getting a high-tier Apollo boon are fairly good because it's a mini-boss room. So that's what we're going to be hoping for, at the very least. I need to drop a cast when I'm dashing through on that one. Oh, what? Oh, right, Vent. I'm like, what just popped that enemy? But it was Vent. I think I should be able to reach this. Cool. I'll just drop that. And I think she'll pop to Vent now. Or, no, because I didn't... Vent is on a 20-second cooldown just like our special, pretty much, because it only pops when our special effect pops. At least I can do the cast damage with the Cyclone. So it's not an Omega cast, but at least it does a fair... Let's see how much damage it actually ticks up to. Alright, so about 150 at most. Not outstanding, but decent. think we've just about got her. There we go.
That's
One.
enough slithering about.
And we got Purest Hope ranked up. Can rarefy... oh, okay. We've been holding the trinket long enough that now it's upgraded. Alright.
In the name of Hades.
Apollo, if you would kindly. Alright. Your attacks deal more damage in a larger area. Your Omega cast expires, deal rapid damage. In each encounter, you deal more damage until you take damage. Well, we know what we came for. We're going with it. We'll see how it turns out. And then we get a magic upgrade and a Daedalus hammer, which is pretty solid. Alright. I wonder what the second Daedalus hammer will give us on this build. Will it give us something to absolutely break us? Or break the enemy? I wonder if there's maybe a duo boon that makes the Hephaestus... I'm curious to see what Hephaestus's duo boons are going to be like. Because they could either be really good or rather disappointing, I imagine. Because, I mean, at base level, Hephaestus is kind of both of that. He, like, on paper, doing a flat 400 damage in one hit is incredible. But on the other hand, it's once every 20 seconds, which means the DPS overall is far worse than pretty much every other boon you're offered through the playthrough. So I don't know what to make of it, honestly. It could be really good, it could be terrible. But we will find out, inevitably. What I have realized now, and I'm a little disappointed by the fact of... What I have realized and I'm disappointed by the fact of is that the Hermes passive that makes us gain damage does not have its stacks timer, like the timer reset. So if basically I could, once 30 seconds have expired, I lose a stack, I lose whatever stack I gained. It effectively means that, one second, this is quite the cluster truck of enemies. And I might be a little bit overwhelmed if I don't deal with this appropriately. Man, those pustule bombs are such a pain to deal with. Would you kindly leave me alone, good charging sir? Yeah, I can, if I reliably kite and then focus on... Oh dearie. Like, look at all of this AoE that I have to deal with. What nonsense. Oh my goodness, more enemies. Well, may as well hit the bow while I'm here since I found it. The Vestus boon is still charging up. I'm transforming. See what I can get done here. I just need to work on burning mana so that I can get my Hex back up again. Dealing with Kronos very well and may end up being just a kite until Hephaestus is off cooldown, honestly, which feels extremely lame, but maybe regrettably quite necessary. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to burn my mana, cast this, and then I can dash into these guys, do this, and then just burst the heck out of them. There we go. Okay. That was rough. Only took 2 damage, though, so not terrible. Let's see what we get from the hammer. Your shells return to you automatically, but you have 1 less. Your shells fire your mega attack for 0 mana whenever retrieved, but take longer to drop. Your specials are 35% faster. I mean, this is probably the one we really need for our current build, but I think because I'm kiting so desperately, this is honestly better, especially come Kronos. So I'm going to try that and see how it pays off. Let's go ahead and... Well, oh, come on. I'm not sure what just happened there, and I'm rather disappointed by it, both in myself and in just the series of events that unfolded. Oh good, a Shadowcaster. Oh, I am playing rather poorly in this room. I'm a little bit concerned about how the fight against Cerberus is going to go, to be honest, because the build-up to it is not impressing very much. I'm going to go ahead and cast this, and do this, and transform immediately. This should focus on taking out the Shadowcaster, and there we go. Oh right, I forgot I got the Apollo boon. Kind of an unfortunate thing to forget, if you will forgive me. But it's fine. I just have to use it during my hex and focus on kiting otherwise and burning mana. Mana, whatever. Festus came up at the perfect time. I think we're good.
It's cleared up.
Oh, I've taken a lot of damage. Not ideal for this room. Alright. Let's go ahead and grab this other magic bonus, which I think only gives us like 5, so it's not going to be amazing. We established that these guys have a low chance of giving us money, but none that we've seen thus far. Realistically speaking, going for this... Where is it? This one? I only have 2 of those. The odds of me getting enough earth boons is very low. I'm going to go for the shop and see what I can get. Because an HP up will also be pretty valuable here.
Into the purse.
Alright, well there's our Hephaestus boon, and more importantly, there's our HP.
In the name of Hades.
I'll probably take the palm too. Let's see. Sprint. Still not giving us any earth boons at all. Bonus damage to armor. If you take damage during your attacks or special, they are stronger if they hit. We're probably going to get hit a couple times using our special in the Kronos fight, so I'll take this.
Should be useful.
After Omega Cast expires, I think we take this. Just boosting the base damage on when we already have so many modifiers on its base that make it scale even further. That's probably the right choice.
I know you're angry. Believe me, so am I.
Whoop, whoop. Mistakes were made. Okay, we're good, we're good. So the fact that I can reliably slow him with my cast even if I'm not using my Omega is pretty important for my build right now. Because it makes it a lot easier. When enemies are slowed, that was one of the most powerful, kind of slept on boon effects from Demeter in Hades 1. It was just hard to appreciate it because you never really got a good chance to use it effectively. Okay, we're spawning allies. I'm going to go ahead and just do this so that I can transform. Then I'm going to go ahead and cast. And then do this. Wait, but it's... I got the effect that's supposed to make my Omega Cast automatically pop off. Okay, so that's bugged. Awesome. So I'm... Unless I misread the effect, my Omega Cast is supposed to activate automatically when I use my cast in my hex, and it did not there. It very decidedly did not. Fortunately, my cast only does like 400 damage, which, I mean, you know what? I shouldn't complain about 400 damage, but it's a lot less than I expected it to be. Alright. These guys are going to be a pain, so I'm going to go ahead and transform. Like, definitely bursts them very quickly. Okay, it worked that time. Weird. I guess maybe I don't know. Maybe I cast... It seems that there's a weird interaction if you use your cast too soon after... Oops. If you use your cast too soon after transforming, sometimes it just doesn't work the way it's intended. Oh well. Alright, well this is a chance for some very good free damage. Just look at that damage. It's not, like, outstanding, but it's a lot. It's still a lot. I have a feeling I'm going to have a very hard time in Kronos' Phase 2 is really the big issue I'm foreseeing now. Whoop. Hello, fire. You would kindly stop doing that, dear Cerberus friend. Let's go ahead and drop this. Oh my goodness, I'm lucky none of that hit me. Alright, I just established something very important. My cast, when the Omega triggers, is...
Three-headed Cerberus tempers his boundless rage and hides for now his fangs.
When my Omega cast is activated, it lingers where it activates rather than continues to follow me, which is good to know. It means I can possibly recast it, dash in with my Y special. Testament enacted. Okay, cool. So what I'm thinking is if I do this, and then I dash, in theory... Yeah, it'll go off where I dash. So there's a way to combo those two things together. I think the amount of time it takes to channel that will be very difficult. And for some reason, I thought I heard the sound of chaos. I don't know why. No, I must be mistaken. Alright, let's get down to the next floor. Only one floor to go. I will say I'm not feeling the most confident in this run, but I'm not feeling like it's over. Definitely going to take the luckiest tooth, or the luckier tooth here. And let's see what the shop has to offer. Restore 46 HP, but I'm full HP. Ensure any goods offered by Charon cost 30% less, or move faster. We need this one for a couple reasons, so we'll take that. And that'll mean that hopefully the Charon shop at the end of the floor will be able to buy most of the things there.
The vengeful princess once more finds herself within a groaning old official passageway to Tartarus. Perhaps the very place her Titan foe used to escape his eons of imprisonment.
Crawled up from the lowest depths, did he? Unseen.
I'm curious to see if this affects the final shop ahead. And if it'll affect the entire shop or just 2 items that I buy.
Did Kronos build all this?
So when I get there, I'll math out what I want to buy and buy the most expensive thing first, just to play it safe.
Just a few chambers to the house.
But Tartarus has a significant amount of gold drop, probably in keeping with the theme that Kronos is trying to put gold everywhere, like bring about his golden age and whatnot nonsense.
Brings you to my doorstep once again, my
You
girl.
again.
I'm not your girl.
I'm not finished with you.
I do also openly recognize the fact that I'm going to have a right hard time dealing with the mobs on this floor for multiple reasons. Unless I can get my Omega cast off in the right location. I'll just focus on trying to get as much mana burnt as I can. I think that will also help me pretty substantially. The Festus is up, so this should pop these 2 pretty quickly. Alright, let's try the strategy I came up with earlier. Yeah, that'll work. That should work, and everyone except for Kronos. Where's the last enemy? Because clearly we're not done. Oh goodness, rats. That was pretty lame. I took a lot of damage too because of it. Feels bad. Why does it always have to be the brats? We're fine. Oh goodness, more enemies. Definitely feeling that 20% enemy number increase on this one room in particular. It really has never been a sort of heat mechanic that has bothered me in the past. And I stay still, it doesn't, but I should probably consider other options in the future, because it is 20% more enemies isn't anything to laugh at, and it basically means your runs are going to take 20% longer. Oh goodness, come on.
Stop.
Seriously, stop. I genuinely, this is probably my least favorite enemy type in the game, exclusively because they spawn rats. That and the Shadow Weavers, definitely my least favorite enemies. Definitely worth it, because we're going to go see Dad. Hi, Hades. Can we pet your dog yet?
You. What has that blasted Titan done to Cerberus? That he should storm into this place with such abandon only to be ushered out again. Takes a small army of satyrs to drive him back.
Kronos casts him out into the morning fields above. Then rage and despair congeal about him, and his better senses take leave. My own path leads me through where he resides.
So you must face him in that sorry state. Thank you, daughter, for taking pity on the moody beast. He has seen better, but been through worse. You were too young to form a bond before, but perhaps it is not too late.
Can we befriend Cerberus now? Restore HP for 1% of damage you deal up to 100. 50% fewer reinforcements after you take damage. Go dark for 10 seconds and recharges in 40 seconds. I'm honestly considering the fewer reinforcements in this instance because I don't think I'll be able to reliably deal with them. And the 100 HP could be really good for me, but yeah, I think I'm going to take half the reinforcements will help a lot. Maybe I'm mistaken about that, but I feel like I'll need it.
Fierce hellhound Cerberus has many fangs, but little trust to spare.
I'm going to try.
I'd rather keep my hand.
One day we will be friends, Cerberus. I know in my heart that that will happen.
Cerberus, take care of him, okay?
Probably shouldn't play with you just yet. Let's kill the enemies first. Let's do this, because we proved that this is a good idea. Probably. Well, it doesn't help if my enemies dash away, but that's fine. Or at least I know how to combo enemies now. Like, what I just have to do is, if I do my basic attack then dash, the skulls will come back to me in time for me to keep kind of stun locking them. I don't think it's a true combo necessarily, but it does seem to work. All right, let's try this again. All right, so we've got reasonable DPS if played right. These laser towers are kind of a problem though. What was he doing there? He was flailing his little arm, or I don't know if they're so little, but he was flailing his arms pretty badly there. Yeah, I do think that the Apollo boon is kind of going to have to carry us. Alright, good. Alright, it looks like things are working as intended. It was just a weird, perhaps, instance of it not working in that one.
No traitor to the house shall go unpunished.
Again, I suspect it's related to the fact that I used the cast immediately upon transforming, so I wasn't official yet.
Good.
I appreciate that Freenos makes this work. Like I don't have to do that annoying mini game that I'm prone to failure at. I think we do this. I'm going to regret this, but maybe we get a duo boon and it makes the game. I have no idea what to expect with duo boons at this point.
That massive satyr's back.
He's spawning rats, which I hate. Need to deal with them ASAP. Oh my goodness. I put my cast in the wrong spot, that's the problem. Ah, rats. The rats, I think, are getting bigger the longer they're on the field. I could be mistaken about that, but I think we're good now. We'll go ahead and transform because we can. He's spawning anyway. I don't want to have to deal with that at all. See, my cast didn't transform into the Omega Special there again. Alright, we got him. Oh, good. We have to deal with your rats before you're done. Okay, we're good. Spooky.
Traitorous wretch.
Nope, nothing great. Alright, let's see. Attacks deal more damage in a larger area. Your attack has a chance to hit twice. Your sprint is faster and inflicts daze. I am sprinting a lot. I think I'm going to take the attack up because we need that. We need a damage boost. And I'll take the... I will take the coins here because I think they will matter for the shop at the end of the floor. I want to make sure that I can afford whatever I can potentially benefit from. I'm going to assume there's going to be armor. There may be something else of use. We will see. Typically there's a boon, but we have had instances where the last instance we had a potential something or other. We didn't get a single boon, so... Or the last run, we didn't get a single boon on the final floor, so... Hard to say for sure. Would you kindly stop summoning these awful, awful beasties? Well, at the very least, our build is very Apollo cast friendly. Alright, here comes some more enemies. Let's go ahead and pop the transformation and drop our cast. And just DPS where we can. Hephaestus should be... Oh no, he's just had his cooldown reset. Okay. So... Still want to focus on taking out this rat summoners because they are by far the hardest things to deal with. These lasers are a problem though. I need to burn mana ASAP so that I can hopefully transform before the rats are a problem. There we go. Now I can take out the summoner and the rats, drop a cast, kill that thing from a distance. I like how the skulls look now that they have the Apollo boon on them. They're so yellow and glowy. They look really cool. Alright, a nice solid 300 gold makes for an excellent potential shop run in a moment. We'll take the pomegranates as well and hopefully stack up further on the Apollo boon. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do the strategy I came up with earlier. Drop that and dash at. Oh my goodness, this room is tiny and full of icky, angry things. Still can't transform just yet, but I think this was a pretty clever strategy I came up with. It seems to work pretty darn well. Now I can transform, get the cast off, and start DPSing safely with the invulnerability from my Hex. Yeah, okay. That seems to be the strategy with this build. I appreciate this. So it's this is a build where nothing synergizes beautifully on paper, but we found a way to make it work. All right, so do I want a 15% increase to base damage or a 10% flat increase? I think, let's think about this. Actually, no, I choose not to think. Let's just take the increased damage that way. I think that makes more sense. I think flat damage tends to scale better than percent damage unless you already have a huge base damage. Alrighty. Hello, folks. Let's go ahead and do something fancy. Oh, perfect. You all clumped up. That's exactly what I wanted. And just like that, you're gone. I see what you're doing, and I don't appreciate it, so let's go ahead and deal with you this way. You can drop your cast extremely fast, even when you're charging up things, I think. Let me confirm that. Yeah, you can drop your cast while you're charging up your Omega moves. That is a very, very valuable bit of tidbit to know about for future runs. May not be super relevant on this next one, but now the question is, can I charge both attacks at the same time? It does look like that works. Possibly. Burns through mana like no tomorrow, though, so got to be mindful of when and where to use it, but it's doable. It's very doable. No, I'm caught. Let me out, let me out. Okay, it looks like enemies are affected by the slowdown as well, though, at least, so I don't have to worry too much about meleeers getting in the way there. It is cool that I can effectively hold down the special attack button and have that build up as soon as my cast goes off. Okay. Look at this. Fancy tech uncovered through casual gameplay. My favorite. It honestly is what made Mario Sunshine so much fun for me, because I figured out speedrun tech without ever having looked into how to speedrun the game. Alright, I don't see any golden pots. I do see a Demeter burn. A Demeter burn. I'm going for it. That's what I thought. I can access this old fountain chamber. For some reason, I had a feeling that it was a fountain, which is why I went for this. And I'm glad I did. Because the HP will certainly help. Alright, Demeter, please give me something fancy.
Olympus, I accept this message.
Nope. Alright, Sprint makes a Cyclone. Boons become common and gain rarity every 3 encounters, useless at this point. Whenever you gather plant seeds or mushrooms, gain HP, gain 1 seed now. Also kind of useless, so I guess we take the dash. Does look cool. Oh, more coin? Heck yeah. I'm getting very greedy on this run, but the Fountain Stage, honestly, was really all we needed to make this work. Look at everything exploding. Oh no. Oh, I'm in a bad spot. Okay, we're out, we're out, we're out. Now I can transform. Try to get my cast off before this pops. A little bit sketchy there, but oh, I was gonna say we didn't take any damage. At least I didn't say it and then get immediately punished. I just tried to say it. There's a difference. I do have to say the base damage on your special, considering that we got a base 45 power increase, is actually underwhelmingly low on this build without the Alright, Festus is up. But what I'm trying to say is it's honestly kind of underwhelming without the Daedalus Hammer, I imagine, because if it's doing like 100 damage now, its base damage must be really low. I effectively doubled it with the Daedalus Hammer. least favorite enemies to see, so let's go ahead and deal with you the fun way. With just an instant pop by Apollo. Yeah, Apollo does. Oh. I have so many whirlwinds of everything around me. And this, I presume you can't stop time, but you can definitely slow time, I imagine, right? Is that allowed? I'm curious to find out if the slow curse actually affects him the way it affects other enemies. And pop goes the cast. And dead? Not dead enough, though. Cool. Dropped it right on Satyr as he spawned. Didn't kill him, though. Alright, now he's out. Perfect. Another one of them. Alright, he's summoning, so I need to be careful. I don't have enough to transform, but I can pop everything he spawns. Alright. It feels pretty clean what I've been pulling off so far. I mean, obviously I took a fair bit of damage here, but... So it's not clean at all, but it feels clean, and you know what? If it feels good, it's worth it. Right? Right? Right, Kiwi? Alright. I meant to charge up my cast before this, but it's fine. I think we're still okay. Dash in here. Get out, because there's a lot. Whoop. There are so many things here that I dislike. Let's go ahead and transform. And drop my cast so that anything that comes melee range of me is just going to get popped in a second. Because these things do not have a lot in the way of damage. I do quite like the feel of the attack special, even if it's not a whole lot extra damage. It still feels pretty awesome to use. Almost have enough mana to cast the Hex. This should bring us up, and pop it right here. I used the cast pretty early, so I'm going to assume it's not going to trigger. Oh, it did. Work. Perfect. Whew. That was a spooky room, but we did it. Alright, and this is the final room before we get the Charon shop. Or, we got the Charon shop. Right. Alright, let's assume that the... Well, actually, yeah, I could... It doesn't look like we have the cost reduction. Oh well, let's take Hermes. Hermes might be cool.
In the name of Hades.
When your Hex is ready, you move and strike faster, your attacks are faster, your sprint is 15% faster, and gives you a barrier that ignores instances of damage 3 times in one battle. That'll be pretty helpful for us, I think, because Kronos hits us like a truck. I would love to know how many Earth boons I have. Let's check this. Unfortunately, we never got a single additional Earth boon that was worth taking, and even, like, I don't think we were offered a couple, I think, but certainly not enough. Unfortunate. That would have really made us the tank that we needed to be. So I think our attacks are limited by the reclaiming of skulls, so that's useless for us. This could be good, but I'm going to be using my Hex as soon as I have it, so I think we take Nitro Boost. 3 instances of block damage is pretty serious. And then we'll take the Apollo. Not a single duo boon to be seen. Oh well. No. Your attacks may inflict daze. Your attack has a chance to hit twice. I think we'll take daze. And then... Okay, I can afford the heal and I can afford the palm. Your attacks deal more damage in a larger area. Take 10% less damage and heal more mana. If you take damage during this, you deal 40% more damage. I think I'll just take the higher base damage on the attack, because I really don't want to be hit by Kronos. He does so much damage if he hits you. Alright, Kiwi, wish us luck. We have a lot of damage on our cast, but I get the sense that he's going to be difficult with our current build.
The course of history is mine to shape, yet you continue vexing me, as though you wish to do so in my stead. Fine, what shall it be? Shall I just go ahead and cede my rightful throne?
That would be lovely, sir, if you don't mind.
You don't set the course of history. Your time. You're just the paving stones we cross along our way. More than getting back at the gods, you're getting back at the fates, who know your rightful place in all of this.
I do, in fact, take issue with the fates. Though they ought to be none of your concern or anyone's. Imagine being free to make your own decisions now, only to long for the weight of their yoke upon your back. How pathetic.
Alright, Kiwi, moment of truth. So I'm gonna dash away, cast, and then dash back in. Let's try this. Just with the intent of taking these guys out as quick as possible. Thankfully, they don't have a terribly large amount of HP, but they have enough to be a... I had so much time to react to that, and I did not. That is still the hardest attack to deal with, but it... Oh my goodness, I didn't have my dash. Unfortunate. Whatever. Let's go ahead and... Wait, I forgot. Thankfully, he dashed the wrong way, because I had every reason to get hit by that. Whoop. At least I dodged that. Sir, would you kindly cooperate? I do too. Mine hurts more than yours, actually. Gotta get ready to transform soon. Let's go ahead and pop this here. Oh, guess I have to dodge a little bit. Needed to dodge just enough to get in range of being able to cast that on him. Alright, we've got our transformation ready, so I'm gonna go ahead and pop that in a second. Let's go ahead and use this, and then I'll go melee range and cast. Yeah, that definitely does damage, if nothing else. I definitely think reducing his minions was the right call, and this is phase 1. Phase 2, it's going to be even more immeasurably valuable, I imagine. Although I definitely feel my lack of mana regen without getting hit. One hit, and I'll have a whole bunch of attacks left to use, so it should be fine. He's not using his annoying suction move very much at all right now, which is honestly worse off for us, because that move made it really easy to deal with him. Oh, well, he heard my complaints, I guess. But see, like, now he holds still, and it's so easy to just get the full cast off on him. Yeah, I'm gonna transform, which was probably a mistake, but we got away with it, because he was in the middle of an animation. Oh, what am I doing? Oh, no. Is that a laser? That's a laser. Oh, would you look at that? One of those things. Not in a good spot. Hopefully I can get the Hephaestus off of this and pop it. Nope, it survived. Oh, hello. Alright, so that's our first resurrection. We've only got 59 HP off of that. I'm not sure if Frenos killed that guy or not, but yeah, this is a tough one. The boon that makes this follow us is really to our detriment. It really is. Okay, we can do this at least. Like, if I can pull it off, I get so much damage in that one moment. The problem is, again, that I cannot reliably get it off on him. That was a nice dodge on my part, though. Bailed out of that real quick. Alright, there we go. Phase 1 done.
It took 6 full-grown gods to thwart me once. Not one mere child.
I'm not mere. Alright.
3, 2, 1.
Crunch. Oh, nope, we're not gonna even fuss with that. I do not want to get hit by this move. Charge this up, dash into him. Ah, unfortunate. Oh no. Oh dearie. Alright, I'm transforming for safety. Drop this here. Try and get as much damage off as I can. Like, I need to depend on my cast. So I just need to make sure... It may just be better to, like, risk it and go as melee as I can. If he had any other move to use there, that would have been better for me. Oh gosh, this move. Why did I do that? Why did I do that? I knew how to dodge that, and I misplayed that so badly. Oh, Kiwi, I messed up. I'm panicking a little bit. Frick. Oh my goodness, so much unnecessary damage there. Kiwi, I think we're throwing. Alright, we can... Perfect, okay. It's not over, but it feels close. Hurry, hurry, hurry. Okay, we're good. We're good. Charge up the cast. I'm gonna transform. Oh, I'm gonna get hit. Oh, he... 1 HP. Kiwi. This is so close. One hit and I'm dead. Oh my god, Kiwi. I'm shaking. I'm shaking. I'm gonna throw. Oh no. No. Oh boy. I don't know where he is. Oh, this might be a Kiwi. I can... Oh, he's out of range. No, no, no! I dashed the wrong way. If I had dashed behind him, I would have won. We were one cast away from beating him. That was such a close run. Oh, I choked. I choked. I choked so bad. Oh.
Where does Kronos find those blasted satyrs anyway?
Oh well.
Father, mother.
Honestly,
brother,
I don't know if it
please be
was...
safe.
I don't know if it was still up. But if I still had my dash blocks attacks, I may have been able to survive that if I had just held the dash button instead of letting go and trying to respam dodge. Oh well.
Ah, hey, Mal. I was just floating. Floating around, I guess. And existing. Just kind of existing a lot lately. You?
Failing, making progress, I don't know. Speaking of, shouldn't you be practicing your haunting, Dora?
Oh, yeah, no, I thought maybe I'd take a break from that. Why do now what you could do later, right?
Respectable.
For the sense of accomplishment? Where's Lord Moros?
Alright.
The fates would have me do their
So I only
bidding.
have 2 more to get from Hermes. I only have a couple more data lists for Linen and Oros, and a whole lot for the others. 3 forget-me-nots after acquiring the resources being tracked. Shall clear any after... Okay, so I have to make forget-me-nots in the cauldron. Okay. Need to redeem Charon's gold, buy all the things from the well of Charon, and unlock the rod of fishing. Okay.
Hello, spirits.
Ooh, I'm shaking a little bit from that last run still.
From the shadows.
Headmistress, Olympus seems reluctant to ask outright, but I can tell my family there needs me. I cannot shake the sense that I have to help them before I can achieve our task.
You needn't shake that sense, for it may well be accurate. Are you still thinking of an incantation that may help you to survive such a journey?
I am. Up there, I'll be like a fish out of water, right? Suffocating. But with a proper incantation, I was thinking maybe I could hold my breath.
Such a spell shall not be simple. Though if you demonstrate that you're sufficiently well-traveled, then perhaps magic such as that shall help you go farther still.
I'm counting on it.
Alright, let's see what we can concoct.
Our altar can be purified.
What is this? Unraveling a fate... No, this is... Enhance the Altar of Ashes so you can unlock the potential of your Arcana. Grants 3 moon dust. Alright. Would you look at that? We need Fate Fabric. Sure would have been nice if I had picked up that one that I had already gotten. Wouldn't it? I want to unlock this, so I'll have to remember not to spend...
keep track of.
Unintentionally spend anything. Gain the ability to sprint into any lone shades and use them for damage. That's pretty cool. This is a big one. I guess I can just do all of this, but let's take these troves.
Should have everything here.
These are always fun.
On my birthright, I command the dark to aid my task, and with me find my mark.
Oh, hi, Mark.
Welcome, Lord Charon.
Oh, hey, Charon.
Your mother Nyx, my lord. I saw her lately in a nightmare or a dream. She was very beautiful, and she was unharmed, I think. We're going to find her. I swear it.
Alright, what can we buy here? Fate Fabric? Definitely take that.
Fabric.
Oh, you know what?
Trade you.
Now I don't have to buy more of that later. We'll buy these. And then... Can't buy the one that I care about the most yet. But I can buy the Nightshades, which will help me get a...
Perfect condition.
Oh, okay, I see. So I buy it, and then it shows up later. Gotcha, gotcha. Kind of want the psyche more than anything else. Let's buy that.
Ordering this.
And then let's go ahead and plant some stuff and maybe get a bath with Hecate. That ding makes a dopamine happen in my brain. Alright, origin seeds.
Chaos for this.
I'm pretty sure I need 2 of these, so only being able to grow 1 isn't amazing for me, but nightshade seeds, that's what I needed. Before I go spending bones on these, I may as well plant them, and then see if I can bathe with someone.
See Charon's latest haul, goddess? Shipment by the riverside, all yours. And we're watching the rivers, making certain this won't be the last.
Lord Charon risks aiding my efforts in such a direct way. Are we able to compensate him at all?
Aye, with what gold we've gathered recently. It really means to melt down every last one of those Kronos coins we can get our hands on.
Oh yes. Where'd Nemesis go?
She's always out and about, isn't she? I was gonna ask her to bath, honestly, but it's fine. Alright, let's go get these incantations. Consecration of Ashes.
Incantation that can help.
What was the one that needed Nightshade? We need 3 more Nightshade. Okay. Let's go ahead and take this.
O altar of ashes beneath which I stand, fulfill your true purpose that I know firsthand.
Yes.
Moondust. So mote it be.
So mote it be. And Hypnos, you are... I'm very curious what he will be doing later in the game.
The Hound and Polecat must have gone to scout.
The Hound and Polecat. Maybe we get to use them as allies, as a familiar. Alright, let's ask Hecate to bathe again. Not interested. Okay, so maybe I can only bathe with them once? Well, can I... Aw, that would have been cool if I could bathe with him. Alright, I'm not particularly interested in Odysseus. I'll ask him if Skelly can't bathe with us.
My altar's all charged up.
Let's see what this did.
What's this?
You may now use Moondust to unlock the full potential of each of your Arcana cards. Using the altar, press X to switch insights. So let's see, what do I like? Death Defiance is definitely something to upgrade. Let's see. Requires 6 Moondust. Okay. Well, I think that's the first thing I upgrade, so I'm going to save the Moondust. The question is, how do you gain that? I think... I don't even know what I want to run the next run, honestly. The Ardent... what is it? It's called, Rival, I think was its name. Was, pretty strong. Definitely need to keep the shovel so that I can possibly find...
We bid you welcome to the vanguard of the underworld. You're beginning to fill out that keepsake storage case, young one. Fine work, yet I must caution you not to collect just for collecting's sake.
The act of giving is its own intangible reward. Nectar sours when it's offered with impure intent.
Won't have impure intent on my damn training grounds.
Oh, Skelly. Oh, we can bathe with him.
Commander, would you be willing to accompany me to the springs sometime? We could rest our weary bones a bit.
What are you gonna do, carry me? I'm required here, young one, for these shades still require discipline. Mayhaps some other age, when all we hold dear isn't at stake.
Feels like he's a post-game reward for bath time, which is kind of funny. Alright, let's go see the bath scene with Odysseus, I guess. Sorry, Kiwi, I know he's neither of our first choice.
Upon this cauldron by the will of night, hear me, shades of the dead, and listen well.
Your strength is needed now to join our fight. Upon Olympus and in depths of hell.
Hecate is very tall.
Within these crossroads, you are safe with us.
Yet we would ask your service to our cause.
Your will is yours, your choice is given thus. Together, let us rise above our flaws. So mote it be.
So hype it is.
Our wards are that much stronger thanks to you.
Yay! Do I get a reward for hepping? No. Oh, Moros, you're back.
Lord Moros, you said before you think Kronos is going to influence the weavings of the fates. You mean he's going to try to change the future? force a favorable outcome.
Yes. I think he's already trying to do just that. Unfortunately for him, the three fates can be a bit headstrong. I trust they may be quite resistant as captives.
I can't imagine Kronos tolerating insolence, whether from your sisters or anybody else. How he must hate them. When he was overthrown before, that was the outcome of a fated prophecy.
Indeed. As for now, I sense there are no weavings happening at all. No new futures foretold. Kronos believes he has no prophecy to fear. Yet I believe this is an opportunity for you to make a better future for us all.
The crossroads hide the plans and movements of the nightmare-bringing witch and her compatriots. But for how long?
For long enough.
You know what? Moros is here. Wait, where'd you go, Moros? Moros, no. Don't leave. Moros, we could... Okay, good. There you are. Good. Alright, Moros. No bath time for you either? Lame.
The fated list of minor prophecies.
Alright, so we need to upgrade 3 Arcana cards and then we'll get 100 Moondust. The question is, how do we get Moondust? If I had to guess, possibly the Cauldron? No, I can't interact with it right now. Alright, well, I think that's it for today then, Kiwi. Unless... Nope, no one wants to bathe with me. Alright. And I guess we'll have to do a run before we get our Thalamus. And probably another run after that. And still no way to get aspects yet. Haven't unlocked the ability yet. Alright, Kiwi then. I think that's where we'll call it an episode. I hope you enjoyed watching, and if you're awake, I hope this is helping you fall asleep. If you're asleep, I hope you're sleeping well. I love you, and in the next one, more Hades 2. See you then.